What's up guys, this is my review on the LG Optimus F70, or F60, excuse me. The phone is currently $50 at Metro PCS. As you guys can see, it's a very nice pocketable handset. And here it is next to my older LG Optimus F60. Now I'm going to go ahead and align the screens. There we are, screens are aligned. You guys can see the F60 is smaller, but that's because it lacks capacitive buttons or a home button. All buttons are touchscreen now. The front is basically, it's blank except for the nice 4.5-inch screen, the earpiece, and the proximity sensors, and the VGA camera. Records in VGA. Left side, you got the volume rockers right there. Pretty nice, raised and tactile. Bottom, you got your charging port, microphone, little latch to remove the battery door right there. Right side, you got your power button, top 3.5mm headphone jack, and secondary microphone for noise cancellation. The back, you got your 5-megapixel camera that records in full 1080p HD. LG logo and speaker that isn't the loudest, but it's pretty clear. Now for the back, use a little battery door right here. If I can get to it, because I don't have any nails. Oh my god, it's so hard. Come on. There we go. Okay, the back, you got a 2020 milliamp hour battery, which gives you about 5 hours of on-screen time. Supposedly about 8 hours of talk time by LG's website. You got your micro SIM right there, holds up to a 32GB micro SD card. And you got your micro SIM that's underneath the battery. You need to remove the battery, but we're not gonna do that. Now the phone is significantly, it's about double the weight of a F6. The F6 was pretty lightweight. F60 is a bit heavier, but that's good because it feels more premium. It looks very premium. And you got your double tap to turn on. Of course, you can turn that feature off. Let that focus. Slide to unlock. Go ahead and turn this flash off. Of course, right off the bat, you guys see the phone. It's very nice. Very nice 4.5-inch screen. You can't really see it on the camera, but viewing angles are very great on the phone. You turn it to the side, and it looks crappy on camera, but it's pretty good in person, trust me. You got your notifications. Of course, you can edit these, as you guys can see right there. Edit your own notifications. You got Q slide, so you can use multiple things at once like this. Of course, I don't have my Wi-Fi connected, but set the transparency and stuff like that. Resize, so you could go to YouTube, for example. YouTube's right there. Let's say you're watching YouTube. Of course, I don't have a Google account or anything. This phone is stock at the moment. But of course, for example, you could be watching YouTube and then you can be browsing the web like Facebook or Instagram if you're using the internet version, not the app. The app is not supported. QSlide only has these apps supported. So you might want to go to the Instagram version for the browser. But either way, you can still multitask like that. It's pretty sweet. The phone has a 1.2 quad-core Snapdragon 400 with a gig of RAM. So it's significantly snappy, as you guys can see. You can go, well, it's not set, but you can set it to instant loop or infinite loop. But the phone is pretty quick. The reception is very good as it's hooked up to the T-Mobile towers now. The newest software possible, so it's pretty quick. The phone overall looks very modernized. Has the newest UI from LG, so it looks much like a LG G3. Of course, texting is quick and responsive because of LG's new keyboard. That's its new keyboard. It's pretty quick. Of course, it also works as a swipe keyboard. And yes, you do have emojis. As you guys see right here, you just click the little face indicator right there. And voila, emojis. So that's pretty sweet about the phone. You get emojis right out of the box. You don't gotta download or do any kind of crap. You hold the home button, takes you to Google Now. This is your recent app. As you guys can see, multitasking is pretty quick. It shows loading because there's no Wi-Fi, but yeah, multitasking works great. As you guys can see. And then you just hold it to go to your settings, stuff like that. And to delete apps is kind of weird. You gotta slide them out of the screen like that. Why LG did that, I don't know. Or you just clear all right there. So yeah, this phone is pretty beast for the price. $50 will get you that. Get your 4.5-inch screen, which really feels like a 4.7-inch screen because as you guys will see right here, my F6 is also a 4.5-inch screen. Let me go to a white background so you guys can get the full detail of the screen. Okay. Turn the brightness up on that. Let this turn on. Let this focus. So yeah, you guys can see the screen is a bit shorter, but otherwise it's wider. So that's really nice. The screen looks bigger on the F6 because it's taller, but if you hold the F60, the screen feels bigger because of the really small bezels. Let me turn that on real quick. You guys can see the bezels are relatively small. Look, almost 0 to nothing. So the phone feels almost like all screen. It's basically a miniature LG G3, but in the form of a Nexus 4. As you guys can see, it has the curved top and curved bottom. Give it a really nice premium feel. So this phone is very good for the price. Like I said before already, it can do anything you want. You can download games. The games run very well because of the quad-core processor. And of course, you have really good storage. You have about 8 gigabytes, but only 4 are available to the user. We'll see right here. See, it's just overall really speedy and fast. Lock screen, you got your swipe, face to unlock. You got your knock code, so you knock a code, works pretty well. And for example, I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate this. I'm gonna make a random knock code, so I'm gonna go ahead and now we just of course you can set your own password. So for a pin, I'm gonna choose 2014, and it's set. Now we just double tap the screen. So now we just turn it on, and the knock code is, there we go. Pretty sweet. That's how knock code works. And of course, you mess it up, you can always type in the pin. So that's a really great feature. Of course, you got your face to unlock, your pattern where you can draw. You got all kinds of locks. And if you just want to keep it on the swiping keyboard or swiping, lock screen, you got your swipe. Then you got your light effects. So you got the light particle you saw earlier, which I'll demonstrate. This is a light particle. Looks nice. Then you got your vector circle, which is and of course you can turn the sounds off if you don't like them. It looks really nice. Look at that. And then you got your mosaic. And each one has different sound effects whenever you unlock it. Like this. That's the mosaic. It looks weird. And the last but not least, you got your soda, which is my favorite. Literally sounds like soda. Watch this. It's a freaking beast. I'm going to leave it at the light particle. Like I said, this phone is really customizable. You can do anything with this. Now the storage, as you can see right there, total 8 gigabytes. Only 4.19 are available to the user, and you're wondering why so much is gone. It's because of system data functions. The LG UI, the KitKat. Yes, this phone does have KitKat. Why did I just clear that? I don't know. But let's go to about phone. Stats, legal information. That's not it. This one right here. Android 4.4.2. So we got KitKat right out the box. It's great. So yeah, this phone has a lot of modern features. And yes, you can customize your icons like this. Just hold and press. Click the little purple tab. And you can choose one of the icons. Not many come pre-installed, but it's better than nothing. Trying to keep the storage as high as possible so they don't install much stuff. Got your folders that you can create, rename, recolor, reorganize, add, create more. Music is pretty good. Battery wise, it's great. Of course, you want to show the remove Q slide. You guys want to see how to turn the battery percentage on. Gotta work with my camera. I just got this phone, so I'm working with the camera still. Now, if you just want to see the battery percentage, you just go to core settings, battery, and battery percentage on status bar. So there you go, 94%. Okay, this phone I just took it out to be. It's been on for 24 minutes, but it's been on full brightness. And I used it to record. And of course, you guys know recording takes a lot of power. And the phone's still barely. It's not even hooked up to anything, alright? It's not even using Wi-Fi or data, so it's actually dying faster than it's normally supposed to right now. So as soon as you hook it up to Wi-Fi or activate it, the battery's gonna last even longer. That's how the battery lasts pretty good. Because of the low resolution screen. The screen is only 480 by 800, but it looks just fine to me. It looks great, nice and bright, crisp, vivid. So yeah, that's my quick review of the LG Optimus F60. F60. I don't know why I keep saying L70. Don't get the L70. If you're gonna spend money, spend $20 extra and get this phone. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna argue anymore with the L70. People complain too much. That I complain about that phone, but whatever. You want to get a real phone? There you go. LG F60. Get it now at Metro PCS for $50. I am not an authorized salesman. I'm just a Mexican with a hobby. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. You guys have any questions, let me know. You guys should really pick this up for the holidays. Hurry before they sell out. Thank you guys for watching. Have a Merry Christmas and peace.